It has been a while since Call of Duty Black Ops 7 dropped, and instead of uniting players, it started a full-on identity crisis. Some people called it bold, others call it broken, and a few are still trying to figure out what they had play. Because that wasn't just another Call of Duty release. That is what happens when Activision pushes ambition, deadlines, and new tech to their absolute limit, and maybe a little past it. So how does a billion-dollar franchise end up this controversial? What went right? What went wrong? And how did Black Ops 7 go from hype machine to internet debate overnight? Yeah, this story gets messy. Be welcome to another chapter of Behind the Code. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, a game that walked in like a blockbuster and somehow left people arguing like it just insulted their entire family. The wild part? This wasn't an accident. The game was birthed from a cocktail of crushing pressure, extreme ambition, and what I assume was a lethal amount of caffeine at Activision HQ. While most studios finish one game at a time, like Rational Adults, Treyarch and Raven Software decided to play a game of what if with their release schedule. Yes, Black Ops 6 and 7 were essentially development siblings fighting for the same oxygen, and the younger sibling, the 7th entry, came out swinging significantly harder and significantly weirder. The pitch was bold. Take the Black Ops DNA, the conspiracies, the psychological warfare, the morally gray ops, and crank the dial until reality itself begins to glitch. We're talking cybernetics, reality-bending hallucinations, and a narrative that forces you to constantly ask if you're the hero or the catalyst for the world's collapse. It's on brand, sure, but it's a delicate tightrope walk. Development, however, isn't just a creative process. It's a high-stakes relay race. Dozens of studios hand off pieces of a puzzle, praying the final product won't collapse like a Jenga tower during an earthquake. Campaign, multiplayer, AI, movement mechanics. Everything is built in parallel under impossible deadlines, with millions of players waiting for the slightest technical stutter to pounce. No pressure. This is the Call of Duty dilemma. How do you reinvent the wheel without the fans grabbing their pitchforks? It's the ultimate culinary paradox. How do you change the recipe for a classic fry without losing the customers who came for the original taste? Black Ops 7 tried to push. It introduced smarter AI, deeper player agency, and experimental storytelling. In a boardroom, these features sounded like the future. In execution, they were a high-wire act. Then came the controversy. The internet, with its collective magnifying glass, noticed something off. When reports surfaced regarding the use of generative AI for in-game assets, the conversation shifted from "this is ambitious" to "wait, what am I looking at?" Using AI in development isn't a crime, but a franchise defined by its polished, handcrafted spectacle, it's a risky play. It's like bringing a microwave dinner to a Michelin star restaurant and hoping nobody notices the beep. Spoiler alert, they noticed. Launch day arrived, the music swelled, the servers fired up, and within hours, the chaos began. Performance issues and bugs created a mixed rating on Steam, which in gamerspeak translates to, "I've put 20 hours into this, and I have no idea if I love it or want a refund." That sentence perfectly encapsulates the game's identity crisis. On one hand, you have developers striving for a grounded, grit-heavy narrative. On the other, you have a game where you're parkouring through hallucinations. It's the gaming equivalent of wearing a suit and tie while doing backflips off a moving train. Pick an aesthetic, right? Apparently, that's optional now. Regardless of the mess, you can't call it boring. Black Ops 7 is what happens when a franchise this gargantuan tries to evolve under the weight of its own legacy. It's an explosive collision of overlapping development cycles, sky-high expectations, and bleeding-edge tech. Is it a triumph of innovation or a case study in madness? That depends on who you ask. But one thing is certain, Black Ops 7 didn't play it safe. It kicked the door down, shouted, "We're doing this differently," and didn't bother to look back. And this would be it for today. Like and subscribe if you like it. It would really help me. Before closing the video, let me ask you something. Do you think AI is the future of video games? Or the future cause of layoffs in the gaming industry? Answer me in the comments. I'll read you below. Bye.